One big time where the industry can go there, have a great massive drink up, party and enjoy themselves. And I think now more so than ever, it doesn't really mean much to artists to win an award or an award or anything. Because I think once you've been in the game for as long as I have, you kind of like start to realise, well, do you know what, it looks good on the mantelpiece when you're doing MTV Cribs, but when it comes down to it, you know that you've sold 600,000 albums, more than Florence and the Machine or so forth. So, you know, your fan base is out there.
They're going to support you.
I mean, awards are awards, you know, I've had awards all my life for various activities and stuff like that. I've never ever been presented with an award for best PR person or anything like that. You know, they do have one, they do have that type of thing. And I just look at it and think, well, you know, it's who you know and how much money you spend. That's my personal thought. You know, as a label, if you spend a lot of money on production, then you're not going to spend £100 for nothing. You know? So
do they spend as much depending on how talented they think the artist is? Who ultimately decides?
It all depends on how much the artist sells. Obviously, if you've got a fresh, brand new, out-the-box breakthrough artist who's nominated in a category, you're not going to go spend £100 in production because they haven't sold £100 worth of albums. Somebody like Alicia Keys, who's sold millions and a lot of sales around the world, you justify it because she's been in the game for a very long time, so you would spend that type of money on an artist like that. People like Coldplay, they've sold millions of albums, so the budget is there. You know,
saying that though, 50 Cent's been up for Grammy nominations 14 times, yet he's never won any.
I think he's actually won one Grammy.
He's not.
I'm sure he's won one Grammy for, he's won a Grammy for writing. He's won a, he's won a Grammy for writing, he's won many awards as an ASCAP writer of the year and stuff like that. But he has actually won one Grammy for writing, not for his actual like best album or best, you know, because remember the Grammy's got like 80 different categories.
Got lots of.
So you know, I think if I remember right, he has actually won a Grammy somewhere. But I understand what you're saying. You know, you look at that and you think to yourself, well, it's hip hop, it's poetry. You could say that as an artist writer, and once again, it just comes down to the type of people. I mean, American award ceremonies, I've been to one in my whole entire lifetime. You know, and for me, you know, being at the American Music Awards, it's all money, man. They sell the tickets, sell the tables, make the money, get the biggest stars in. You win this, you win that, you win that, and that's it.
Pretty set up.
Now that's what it comes down to. I will say it's all set up because now it's changed because people can vote on the night now. You know, so for me it's like, awards are just awards. You know what I mean? Jack, you know, at the end of the day, like I said, they look nice on MTV Cribs, but you know what you've achieved at the end of the day. You know if you deserve that award really and truly. It's like Kanye. Kanye's like, well, you know, you look at it and you think to yourself, when he didn't win that best video award for Touch the Sky, even I had to say, you know what, that was justified going up and doing that, to be honest. You know what I mean? Because I think that was an excellent video. And the people that they lost to, I was like,
no one's really heard of,
you know, that's a very niche market group. You know, but sometimes if you haven't got an eclectic view of music, the general people like yourself will sit down and go, well, that group didn't really deserve it. But you go to the Staples Center in America and they sell it out. You go to Wembley Arena. There's been many times where I've gone to, like, when artists have supported another artist, I've never heard of this artist in my life, and they've sold out the whole two arena. I thought, I've never heard of you. Where the hell did you come from? You know, but because I haven't been into hard rock or Metallica or certain groups, you know, I can stomach the indie stuff. But You know, some of it I just can't get with it.
Right.
You know, I love pop music.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'm advocate of pop all day.
Yeah.
You know, Spice Girls, all that kind of
So everyone has their own preferences.
yeah, and we're a big nation. We've got
Yeah.
52 million people in the country.
Yeah.
Not everybody's going to be into 50 Cent.
Yeah. Right, and speaking of someone that's done really well, Michael Jackson,
Yeah.
if there's anyone you think now could make it as big as he did, who would you put your money on?
The game's changed. I think the game's changed, the industry has changed. I don't think you're going to get anybody who's going to be as massive as a star and influence as Michael Jackson was now, because when you look at the music industry, unless some phenomenal new genre of music comes out, and that person who is the spearhead of that particular type of music will become as big as Michael Jackson, because he's like the blueprint for dancing, blueprint for singing, blueprint for writing songs, you know, in the pop field. But, you know, looking at the whole industry, Beyonce could be on her way to being iconic status. You've got quite a few people already who are iconic status, you know, around the world at the moment, doing pretty well. You know, and I mean, you've got Celine Dion, who's massive, but it's a different market. She decided to go and spend 6 years in Vegas playing to people instead of going around the world touring. Everybody comes to her. Now that's iconic status. Elton John, people like that. But people coming up, unless somebody comes out who's a phenomenal songwriter and can change the game and bring out a different genre of music that we haven't got already. You know, I can't really see somebody picking Michael Jackson's. You know, because when it comes down to it, back in the day when people like the Jackson 5 and Elvis and all these people came out, it was real fan base. It was people who really, you know, the Beatles, all these people really were into them because of their music. Now, technology, the way that we access music has changed so much that, you know, you can package something up specifically to sell to people, you know, and a lot of pop acts are now put out there in that way, you know, whereby there's a formula. You've got to have 4 sexy girls in the group dancing. All right, let's mix it up a bit. Let's get the Pussycat Dolls. You know, everybody appeals. They've got 8 girls in the group or whatever. Each person appeals to a different type of person in around the world. You know, so you can pick out and say, all right, Nicole Scherzinger, you know, I don't even, you know, I look at people like that, and I don't even look at them for talent anymore. You know, I look at them and think, yeah, I would. You know, yeah, you're sexy, yeah, you're nice, but whether or not
It's the real music talent.
Yeah, that wouldn't make me go out and buy the music. You know, Alicia Keys, yeah, because I listen to music and I hear lyrics, and I hear melody, I see talent.
Like Michael,
yeah, exactly, there's something there, and you know, I can't see anybody really coming out, really, because I tell you what proves this. The fact that people like Take That, Spandau Ballet, all these groups all reforming, there was even talk of Ross coming back out. You know, goes to show that the market has hit what they call, you know, it's stagnant point, you know, whereby there isn't anything new or exciting that has come out to hit the market, you know. But people like Chipmunk, I hope they can go on to conquer the world. I think Dizzy, I want him to go and conquer the world, you know. Obviously Lamar is somebody who could do it, but unfortunately his music doesn't translate in America sometimes because it is what they've got already. You know what I mean? She's like Blue-Eyed Soul.
So there is a gap in the market, yet there's not.
It's just something to fill it. Technology is moving along. Even just going back to being a DJ. Everybody's a DJ now because you can get access to music for free. You know, and I think that from a DJ perspective, it's all going to move out to being like, you know, DJs who are able to present the best show and set. So, you know, DJs are going to be coming. It's already happening now with video presentations of their whole entire set. So you've got, you know, different clips.